Nini, everyone. Sorry that it's been so long. It's just, work and wanting to rest after work and, the weekends being really fun-filled, I guess, especially now since it's spring and I've been doing a lot of gardening. I even rototilled my back garden in the backyard so that I could start planting back there. And it's been a little slow going because, I've been working full time. And, way back when either I was, in school or not employed. But, yeah, my time has been a lot more occupied by different things. So, I guess most people would understand that plight. But I still want to try and do this. So, this is the next video in my Kemetic plant series. And lo and behold, it's the sort of counterpart to lotuses, which are papyrus. So here goes.
Papyrus, under its botanical name, is Cyperus papyrus and belongs to the sedge family Cyperaceae. It's an aquatic herbaceous perennial and is a tropical plant that likes warm temperatures. It grows in grass-like clumps, with stems topped with clusters of thread-like stems, but is not entirely leafless. At the base of the rhizome, which is like a root, are red papery scales that are actually reduced leaves. The ancient Egyptians had very many uses for papyrus, one of the most famous being paper. Papyrus is made from the stem of the papyrus plant, in the sense that the outer rind is first removed and the sticky fibrous inner pith is cut lengthwise into thin strips of about 40 centimeters or 16 inches long. The strips are then placed side by side on a hard surface with their edges slightly overlapping, and then another layer of strips is laid on top at a right angle. The strips may have been soaked in water long enough for decomposition to begin, perhaps increasing adhesion, but this is not certain. The two layers possibly were glued together. While still moist, the two layers are hammered together, mashing the layers into a single sheet. The sheet is then dried under pressure. After drying, the sheet is polished with some rounded object, possibly a stone, or a seashell, or round hard wood. Besides paper, papyrus had many other uses. The mature stems are bundled and made into boats, or often woven for sails, and sailed along the Nile. They were also used in clothing to make sandals, maps, and ropes, or decorations for temples and tombs, or even as garlands for deities. They were often used as food, cooked or chewed, much like sugarcane. And they were used for many medicinal purposes. They were used with other herbs and bandages for stiff limbs. They were used as eye compresses, or their ashes were used in Islamic remedies. They also had very many religious uses, and one of the most being representing Lower Egypt, and very complementary to the lotus, which represented Upper Egypt. In the modern day, the papyrus is almost extinct in the Nile Delta, unfortunately, but it has been cultivated as an ornamental plant throughout the world. It's even become invasive in Florida and has escaped cultivation in Louisiana, California, and Hawaii. So, if you live in those areas, you never know, you may find some. And, you may use it for your own purposes. So, I very much encourage that because being a master gardener in my neck of the woods, which is the Pacific Northwest, a common adage is if you can't beat 'em, eat 'em or use 'em if it's not edible. So if you live in those areas and if it's escaped cultivation or has become invasive, I very much encourage you harvest it and use it to your heart's content. I very much hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you and Synepti. If you have any further requests, please email me or message me on YouTube, and I'll be happy to hear your requests as to what I should probably cover next. So, thank you. Bye.